Hello, everyone. So today I am doing an art journaling page. It's been a while since I made some, and I fussy cutted a whole bunch of images because I know I need a lot for this specific project I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about playing with the houses, and I have this size of house, and then I have these that are a little smaller, and I have these right here that are even smaller. And the idea I have, and I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm thinking of doing, like hills and then the foreground here. So I'm not 100% certain in what way I can achieve that. The only thing I've done, aside from, of course, fussy cutting these in advance, was I gessoed this page because I have to do those hills and questions, and I'm thinking I will be using Inktense pencils. So they're just like watercolors, so they take a lot of water. Therefore, I needed to gesso the page. So now my first thing is to determine where and how the hills will, roll. So I'm thinking, so let's say the first line, I'm going to be very, very gentle with this. And the reason is that I don't want it to leave the pencil mark. So how about this? It's not really hilly, but it's just tiny bit. And then if we want to put those houses here, something like that. I don't know, in which order, but maybe I'm thinking I could do also a second one, like, yeah. So hold on. So what if the second hill is also directed this way, like so? And then the third one, where the big house will be sitting in the front like that. So something like this. And then there'll be flowers and such. Why don't we just try that? So I will move these, of course, because we're not there yet. So first we have to do the painting. Now, bear in mind that I usually use these with watercolor paper. This is not watercolor paper. This is just gessoed paper. And I have to be extremely gentle because you will otherwise see the lines of the pencil. Now, I don't know if I should do this, or sometimes I will just like wet my brush right on this and go ahead, or sometimes I will just use a scrap piece of watercolor paper and scratch on it, and then you pick your paint from there. There's all kinds of things. You can also use, there's these palettes that are a little rough, and you can brush it against the palette, and it's the same as watercolor, except you do it this way. So right now I'm unsure, so I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing right now. Now I have Inktense pencils. Obviously watercolors would work, gouaches would work, acrylic paints would work, heck, even markers would work. Why not, right? You use what you have to do this project. I'm really hoping it will work out the way I see it in my head. I decided that the hills would not be green, more like blue, because again, we are doing something completely whimsical. It's, big houses, and I mean, not big houses, I mean houses with big flowers for trees. you know, and big mushrooms and such. So clearly we're not in the world of reality, which is wonderful because it allows you for so much freedom, right? So yeah, I usually would not gesso first, but I had no choice in this case because of the amount of water this will require. So I'm going to use, I have many, oh, this is wide. Okay, hold on. I'm going to use this brush. And well, here goes nothing. I think we will see the lines, unfortunately, because it's not, like I said, watercolor paper. And I can already see the scribble or, you know, the lines of the pen. So, pencil. I don't know how to speak. But you know what? Again, I don't think it matters in this specific project. It's not like a watercolor where I'm trying to avoid any kind of mark, whether it's watermarks, or in this case, the lines of the pencil, because we're not doing a watercolor. We're just doing the background, and it actually might add some texture, so I'm not too worried about it. As long as the colors are what I had envisioned, then I'm very satisfied. Yeah, the only thing is usually I would block the middle to make it even, and I did not. And it's too late now because I gessoed everything. But it's okay. We will work with it. It does not matter one bit. There. Okay, so that's our first hill. Let's see about the other color. So this I used iron blue for this one. I'm thinking into going a little darker. Hopefully this is darker. I'm not sure though. It's called Deep Indigo. Let me try here. Actually, I should have tried right here because the house is going to be there. It won't show. Let me try. And I'll put some. It is darker, I think. This is too much water though. I need a piece of paper. Hold on. Okay. I think this will be okay. So what did I say? No, that's my last color, Deep Indigo. Let's try it. Okay, I'm thinking right now that it's too close. The color is just too close, and especially since this brush is giving way too much water, and I don't think this is going to make a big difference. So I'm going to choose another color, or at least maybe another way. I'm thinking, let me see if scratching this will be better for the intensity of the color, because sometimes that's what you need to do. You have no choice, and this brush gives way too much color. Sorry, I forgot to press record, but I changed brush, and I think this is better as far as the intensity of the color goes. It's much better so that you can actually see that it's darker. Now I'm also thinking that this hill is very low, and I'm wondering if maybe I should rise it here. What do you think? I think it's a good idea. So let me grab which one was, okay, it was iron blue. So how about we just rise it a tiny bit? Just like that. Now this I had colored in and it was fine. So let's see if I can do it. The only thing is I hope this harsh line here will kind of blend in. We shall see. I think in the end with all the flowers and the houses it will look good, but who knows, right? This is the first time I try something like this, so I don't know. Yeah, I might have to color a little more so that you don't see this line here, so that it's make-believe that all of this right here belongs together. Although it's not bad, but okay, where is it? Is that it? Yes, iron blue. Okay, I'm just wetting the... too much water again. I need paper. Okay. Just gonna put it on this instead. Much safer. It just, yeah, I'm used to working with these on watercolor paper, so now I'm a little confused. I'm confused. But what I love about these is when we start gluing things, we won't have to worry about putting gesso first because these are ink. They're ink tints. So they won't lift after they're dry. There, I think I've managed to somewhat, plus, you know, there'll be flowers and houses, so I shouldn't really worry about this. Okay, and now this will be a lot darker, hopefully. I chose Payne's Gray. It's one of my favorite colors of all times. I do a lot of the contouring with them, with that color, and also with the bark. I'm just trying to figure out where to put things so I don't make a mess. Okay, now I also put a piece of paper. Okay, Payne's Gray is what I'm holding. Yeah. Hopefully it'll be darker. Otherwise I'll have to intensify everything. It could be black maybe, right? Why not? But I'm uncertain yet, so. And I'm still seeing this, which would be the skyline, and I'm thinking this should also be higher again. I don't know where this is all going, but it doesn't matter. As you can see, I can kind of camouflage it. And then that would be the little piece of sky left, and I'm uncertain of what to do here about the sky. But, oh well, I'm still going to do it. And hopefully in the end, when there's a bunch of flowers and houses everywhere, it all looks great. Right? That's all I can hope for. There. There, it's not bad. Like I said, most of it is covered. It's really just for those spots where there's nothing that you see, you know, that this is supposed to be different hills and heights and distances, right? So, and I'm thinking more and more this should be a lot rounder. So I will pick again this color from the beginning and just make it rounder once and for all. There. Just like that, I think will be better. The background is taking longer than usual. But we're experimenting here. This is all new terrain. I'm just hoping these lines will kind of fade out. You know, maybe if I go over them again, I don't know. Just like that. Okay, let's see. Like this. For some reason now I find that it's why is it so dark compared to the beginning? I liked it a lot better when it was lighter. Now I'm a little worried. Okay, just trying to like drag the color, you know, in a way that it makes sense and there's still differences between the different hills, if you will. Okay, I don't think this will reach perfection anytime soon. And I know it doesn't look great right now, but again, I'm hoping once everything's done, you know, every project, just that's also another thing to remember if you're a crafter or a painter, or every project has its ugly stage. So I think for this project, we've hit the ugly stage. Yeah, this is not great so far, but we're not done. I'm gonna go grab a color just to decide on some sort of sky. I was going to go with an orange, but I'm thinking that a lot of my flowers that I've cut are already orange. So I'm thinking this color called red violet. And I've put some on the paper here and I really like it. So I'm going to try this, but this time I'm going to color from the paper onto the book. So I'm going to mix it a tiny bit and see what this looks like. It's really just to have a skyline of some sort. And again, I don't know how much of it we'll actually see in the final product with all the, you know, flowers and such, but I thought it'd be nice to have some kind of a skyline. Oops, I need more water with this. Yeah, and again, absolutely not certain where this is going. I have an idea of what I want, but I'm not sure I will succeed. And again, I'm very disappointed in the way we see all the gesso applying, you know, strokes I did there. But yeah, This is not watercolor paper, or you would not see any lines. But we're trying to do a collage, so I did it in my art journaling book, you know. For those of you who've never seen my um, Inktense pencils, here they are. I decided to purchase the fancy wooden box, and I think this is the 48, the box of 48. I just put this here. It's my swatching. If I can recommend, don't get the wooden box next time. Just get the metallic regular box and get all 72 colors. So save money on the box, and you know, but me and wood, I mean, if I see a wooden box, I have to have it. And but I don't recommend it, simply because you would, instead of again spending money on the wooden box, just spend your money on the, you know, Inktense pencils. So anyway, just a little thing I thought I'd let you know, because if I had to do it again, I would just get, you know, more pencils instead of the wooden box. And I have a nice little pencil carrier, actually. It's perfect for that. So yeah. Oh well, live and learn, right? Okay, so I think this is dry enough to start gluing. This dries really fast. I might actually just give it a tiny bit of drying, and then I'll be right back. Okay, well, I didn't really dry it much. It still feels a little cold, but I don't mind. It's gonna be fine. We're just putting the houses here and there now. So okay, so I want the house here to be close, and like I said, I want these two to be further away, like something like that. And I wanted these two to be somewhere like this. So far I don't dislike it. Like I said, I'm disappointed in these a lot. It really bothers me. I said it didn't matter, but it does. But it's okay. It's okay. So I also want big flowers, you know, for this big house, and the, you know, the foreground, I think you call it. So I'm thinking, oh, I like how the leaf goes over the house like that. I really love that. This is nice. I have other flowers I also cut up. I thought something like this here, you know, because it's also in the front. And I had mushrooms, had all kinds. Hold on, let me grab. I tried to fussy cut as many things as I could off camera, because this project is going to be long. It's already 30 minutes, and we did, you know, we only did the background. So I knew this would be a little long. So I haven't fussy cutted any animals yet, and I'm not saying it's out of the picture. I don't know, I'm thinking about it. Let's just say I would like this big mushroom here, maybe. And I would like this smaller one, would be nice somewhere here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I like some of these like that, you know. Ooh, this would look nice maybe somewhere here. Oh, I don't dislike it. I think I'm gonna need more flowers. These I had cut up at first to be fillers, actually, like this. I'm not even sure if we see the hills I was trying to make. I think this should be black probably, because we can clearly see the difference between this and this, but we don't see the difference here. And yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do black so that it actually shows. Otherwise, these houses are like, I don't know. I don't know. I like this flower too as a filler, like right here maybe. See, now that's the problem. I'm going to do the bottom black, and I'm going to forget where everything goes. And I'm not even done, because I have others. Ooh, look. Right here. Oh, yeah. Just hide the stem floating in the air there. So I would need like something like that. Oh, this one is also cut up. I didn't remember. Maybe here. Maybe mushroom could be there. I don't know. I'm trying to figure things out, but right now I think I'm doing this for nothing because, like I said, I'm thinking of making the bottom a lot. Oh, maybe no. I'm thinking of making the bottom black. I think otherwise you don't see. Oh, look. Oh, I like that. Yes. Oh, this is coming along though. I'm not disliking it. It's so funny. It's so not my color palette. But for some reason, I still really like it. Isn't that funny how things go sometimes, right? It's really not my color palette. The pinks and, I'm more of a beige person. um, I think the bottom should be darker, so I think I'm gonna go ahead with the black. Okay, so I did paint the bottom black. I think otherwise it wasn't enough difference between those two. So I think now it's time to glue. I also cut this flower because I felt like the swing, you could barely see it. Although now that the bottom is black, you kind of see it more. But I thought maybe with the flower like this, it'd be nice. So how about we do that now? I have to find glue sticks because mine is finished. Time to switch to a new one. So I really loved that other one that I had called glue. I think it's GLOO. And yeah, I got it at, wait, now is that where I wanted the, yeah, I got it at Taperlogy. And I really love it. So it's very difficult to remember where I placed everything. And I have to wait before I glue this because I think the flower like this was behind. And I don't know where this was. Or maybe I did want to put a mushroom here. Somewhere like that. So, okay, so definitely this flower has to be glued first. I think this goes in front of the house. Or maybe just the leaf. See, that's the thing. So I think I'm going to wait and I'm going to glue this flower here. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to glue the bottom right here. And then I just, flip it over and put the glue. Otherwise, it becomes difficult to remember the placement of everything, I find. There. This is really going to be very nice. I'm going to have to clean this desk after. I have all kinds of things that went on it. And I really like the white, so I want to keep it white as long as possible. But, worst case, I'll just repaint it. Okay, so why does it seem like it's not where it was supposed to be? Maybe it's because, hold on, let me see again. Yeah, because then I have this flower that I think parts of the flower should go behind maybe. And just the leaves come out? Like, how about like this? Or do I really like the idea also of, but I think it'd be better like maybe like this. Let me see. Just like that. I like it. I like everything really. Maybe just in the front. I'm trying to figure out what I prefer here. If it's in the front, I can glue this right away. And I don't know, maybe the mushroom shouldn't be there. Okay, so I'm going to glue the house. That's what I'm going to do. I'm fairly certain where it needs to go now, so it's not going to be a problem. Oops. Okay. I have the flower to guide me. The flower on the side of the house has to go on the side of the page, so it's easier for me to figure out where it's supposed to go. There we go. And something like that. Yes, something like that. It's a lot of fussy cutting, but I think it's worth it. You know, we're creating our own things here. We're creating, our stories and such. I've said this in another video. When I do these pages, I like to pretend, there's a story behind. So far this one just seems to be, the cozy little village in the mountains, or in the, not mountains, but hills? Yes, hills. Just really whimsical, and I like it. So I'm just going to make the crease right away for the flower right here. There. Now, I haven't thought ahead about, am I going to do the shadows and such like I always do? I'm not there yet. I'm not sure if it's required for this. Okay, so this I'm going to wait, because I know that this will be glued in the front. And probably this big mushroom right here. And I remember, I think I said this flower would look great here, and maybe something here like fillers, I think I called them. So, but I'm not certain about the placement of everything just yet, But I know that these houses have to be glued. Oh, and this flower here, I took the other part and I'm going to put it right here. I think this would be nice. And this, I'm not sure, these mushrooms yet. So I'm going to, okay, I'm not going to use this right away. These kind of have to wait. And hold on. And this, okay, this goes behind this house. And then these also have to go behind. And I think right there, they're perfect. So I'm going to glue these first. Now, again, I wish this background would have been better. But you know what? We try. I mean, this is new for me to use. Maybe I should have used acrylics or markers, or, you know what I mean? Like, but this is the first time I try and do a background with paints. And I use my Inktense pencils, which are very good on watercolor paper, but for this specific project, maybe something else would have been better. But again, it's okay. We wouldn't know had I not tried. It's not because of that. It's because of the gesso, really, is what happened. Maybe I could have done a second coat. I just didn't feel like it, but I absolutely could have. Okay, I'm going to glue right here. Trying not to put glue everywhere. There. Like this. Whoops. Yeah, I decided to take the other half of this flower and put it right here. Okay. Oh, look at that. If this is not the most gorgeous thing, then I don't know what is. It's absolutely delightful. Look at it. Oh my gosh. I just want to measure with the houses before I glue it there. Oh, I like it like that. It's so pretty. Okay, perfect. Perfect spot. Very nice. I hope you're having a good summer or vacation if you have vacation. I'm starting to. I'm really starting to. I thought I'd be more active than this, but it's okay. I'm active all year round. So I think I'm allowed some downtime. Oh yes, this is absolute gorgeousness. going to right there. There. Oh, look at it. It's beautiful. You're a little far, so I'm going to bring you closer. I just have to remember to push it away again. I think this house fits right beautifully there and right there. And I will probably do some shadows here and there. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. I don't know how I'm going to finish this, actually. I have no idea. I had no plan when I came on camera other than, you know, knowing that I wanted to do the hills. Now, if you wonder why I moved the house a tiny bit, is I didn't want the stem to look like it was coming out of the middle of the house. That's why I moved the house. It doesn't seem like much, but it you know, when you look at details like that, in the end, it makes a difference between looking a little strange and looking beautiful and perfect. At least to my eyes. Okay. So I'm going to do this. Okay, so now we are ready to glue this. Now I'm wondering if I should like glue it here and just cut the excess. I really like it like that. Okay, so the flower here, mushroom, or maybe just this. I don't know. I kind of like it, you know, peek. Oh, there you go. I was going to say peek from somewhere. And this would be nice right there as well. Oops, you don't see that. Oh my goodness, it's coming alive. The hills are coming alive. I really like it. And I think I'm going to use this clear space to put maybe, you know, sentences or, you know, things like that. I really want this mushroom to be here. But I think it should have gone a tiny bit behind here, exactly there. And I kind of forgot. Maybe I can lift it. There. Exactly like that. You know? Maybe it's too close. Maybe more like this. Oh, yes. Oh, I like it there. I'm going to glue it. It is absolutely gorgeous. Let me grab my... You don't see. I'm just putting glue. Oh, it's going to be so beautiful. There. Like that. And just a tiny bit. Just... Yes. Oh, this is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm surprised at my work. I have to say I'm very surprised. I have no other words or way to express it. This is what's causing me a problem right now. I don't know why. I don't want it to come out of the book because clearly when you close it, you know. But I'm just unsure how far up or down, you know? Maybe, yes, I want to see a tiny bit of the hill here, the different color. So I think right here. And where was that mushroom again? Mushroom like this, maybe, and have this come out like that. So that means, okay, I will just cut the, you know, the excess from the page afterwards. Like, yeah, that's the best thing I think. So I'm going to start gluing right here before I lose my perfect spot. There. Like that. And the leaf. And yeah, whatever comes, you know, off the page, well, that's an easy fix, right? Like that. There. Oh yes, this is really, really nice. There. And I will just cut the excess. Where's my scissors? Where are my scissors? Found them. And I like, the look of things coming out of the page, but it's not going to stay like that when I finish, close the page and such. So just going to get rid of them. That's all. There. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Love it. Oh, and this little piece here. There. Now I'm going to add a tiny bit more glue on the edges here that I can see are kind of lifting. There. Okay. And the mushroom, and then I set the flower peeking like this. Like maybe this, like that. Oh yeah. Yes, I like it. That is really nice. I don't know if you use that technique too, of just putting the elements and gluing a little piece of it and then lifting it up so that you don't lose your spot. But I find that a lot of times I get confused on where I wanted something, right? So I'm thinking, well, this is a good way to do it. Maybe the flower right here would be nice. I like this one here as well. What do you think? Yeah, I like it. Oh, wait, I didn't glue the mushroom yet. I'm gonna get this paper again. And I'm having a few ideas, to make this page pop. I'm just taking my time thinking about it while I finish this up. You'll see. You'll see what I'm thinking about. I have quite a few options on how to enhance everything here. Just a question of choosing which one I'm going to use here. Okay, and some glue on this one. Okay. There. Okay, wow. This is really coming along great. Better than I expected, I must say, because I was a little worried about my idea. But as I'm seeing it right now, it's starting to all make sense, I really, really like it. Isn't that funny? I don't know. I don't know what I expected, but not this. I wanted it to be something, nice and pretty. I just didn't know where I was going with this, is what I mean, right? So I think this should be like that. And the mushroom, a tiny bit like this one, is like a tree of this house. And the flower right here. I'm not disliking this. Or do I put him like that on the hill alone? I kind of like that too. And what if I put the flower here? No, I think it's better here for some reason. Or switcheroo? No, no. Nope. Like that, I'd rather. But I do like the mushroom here, so I'm going to wait before I glue him. And so the flower first. But the house actually. It's like the flower and the house first at the same time. So I'm going to put some glue on the house right here. And move this. Because this house here, but the flower goes a tiny bit over it. Tiny bit. Like that. But it doesn't go over this one. The house goes over, and the mushroom right here. Something like that. Yeah. Yes, I like it. It's like some growing somewhere else, right? Or maybe here like that. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna glue the house first. Let's put some glue on the house. It's funny, huh? It's like, oh, this, move this a tiny bit. Oh, a tiny hair. Oh, no, it's better here. Only we know the difference it makes, right? Only we know. Okay. But it matters, you know? We're making this. We're the creators of our little story here, so of course we think where things go matter. There. Right here. Now I have also these mushrooms. I have another one here. Not sure if I'll put them anywhere, but I do think this flower belongs somewhere here. Or or maybe these mushrooms belong there. Let me see. Let me see. Trying to see if there's something to be done here. Like little trees, but they're mushrooms. And then maybe the flower could go somewhere else. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't dislike this at all. And I like that this is darker. You know what I mean? Because it's away, it's on the higher hill, and this is getting closer. I don't dislike this at all. Wow. I'm wondering if I'm just trying to see if this should belong somewhere at all or not. But you know what? These mushrooms are going to be there. This is the best idea. I really, really love it. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so excited. I never expected this. This is really something. Okay, I'm just going to, because I really like the way they're placed. So I say that and I move it. You saw that, didn't you? I know you did. Probably said, she's moving them. Okay. Just going to glue the parts that touch each other like this. And then I'm going to glue the ensemble. Just going to make sure they're even. There. There. How about this? Just like that. Oh my gosh. Actually, I had them closer, but I kind of like them like that. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Do you see this? Do you like it? I really love it. I'm just wondering about this little flower, if it's needed or if it's just too much. Maybe it's just too much. You know, when it's done, it's done. So what I'm going to do now is think of how I want to finish this. First, I'm going to glue whatever I see. Yeah, see, I see that stuff is lifting up here and there. And I'm also wondering about something. If I do the shadowing, which I usually do with that Bark Inktense pencil, I'm just a tad worried that I don't know if the other, I mean, the ink is not supposed to lift per se, but you know, it's not like it's been there 2 days either. You know what I mean? It hasn't cured, I think the word would be, but I really don't feel like putting gesso all over the page either. So how about we try gently, and if it works, perfect. So I will do a tiny bit of shadowing, but not around everything as you might suspect, as I usually would do. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm not going to, because I have other ideas. I'm just trying to see if there's anywhere I could put some glue, you know, to make sure nothing. Oh, I think the top of this house is lifting a tiny bit here. There. Yeah, I'm glad I'm glad. I would never have made you suffer through the fussy cutting, because that's a lot of pieces. That would have been very long. Oh my goodness, look at that. We created like a little, it's like a little village. Like I could even put a little creature here to make it more like it's lived in. I'm just not sure if I want to fussy cut again. Okay, well, I couldn't resist. I cut this cutie. I think he looks like he's coming out of the house. I really like it. Maybe right here. And this beautiful tiny one, because I'll make her walk like she's walking right here and looking at the flower, and she's just, you know, adoring what she's seeing. Why not, right? I had this guy, but I didn't know where to put him, so I'll save him for another day. So how about we glue our cute tiny little fairy, who seems to be having a great time looking around. And then we're going to start with the final touches. We have to stop adding or we will never finish this. So right here, since there is a difference in the you know, between the dark. There we go. Oh, I love it. Look at her. She's so adorable. And this cutie is getting out. It's early morning. He's the first one out, as you can see. He's just probably hungry. He's gonna go hunt for food, gather some fruits or something. There he is. Oh my gosh, it's so adorable. I guess I had to put some types of creatures. Okay, so I did decide to put some shadows, but not a whole lot and not everywhere. I really want to be like delicate about it, so I'm going to put some here where the house is and maybe a tiny bit like this, you know, but not a whole lot. I don't want to go everywhere with the shadows, and I don't want it to I don't know, usually I'll put it around the objects a lot, but I don't feel like this particular setting needs it. It's not the setting, the word I'm looking for, but scenery, yeah, scenery. So I'm just doing a tiny bit under certain objects like this. Just like that. Then they become like the light is coming behind, is actually what I'm trying to do here. So that's why I'm not going to do it everywhere. And I do feel like the light is coming behind that house. Well, behind the hill, really. So I could put shadows wherever I feel, but since I started in this direction, I'm just going to keep with it, right? And I'm going to be, as delicate about it as I can be, because I don't want to overpower my scenery. I just, I don't want it on her wing. Just like that. Tiny bit here. Now I had put some on the flower by accident, but I can always wipe it. There. It won't show. I have other plans anyways for that. There. Okay, so let's see what it looks like. I'm going to put something in the back just to help you out, because when I'm painting with the glare of the wetness of the page, you can't really see well. And so, yeah, there. I think like that, instead of putting shadow around everything, I'm just going to put it as the scenery would require, you know, like she doesn't need a whole lot because she's already walking in the dark, but just to add a tiny bit. And same thing with this and the house. I don't think it needs it, so maybe I'll add a tiny bit more to make it even more obvious right here. Just like that. I really like it. It's so funny. I can't believe I'm creating this whole scenery. And it's really all thanks to all these books that, Marta has created, because she's giving us so much choices. I feel like we were lacking. She really filled up um, a need. We were all, I think, lacking a lot of elements, especially for making art journaling, but even for journals, right? I make journals, as you may or may not know. And even for junk journals, imagine this mushroom on a tag, Like her books offer so many options to create. I'm really, really happy with them. There. This I really like, just like that. I don't feel like there's a whole lot of other places I can put shadows, simply because this is where it needed it, just to, accentuate the fact that the light is coming from the back. I'm just going to darken this here tiny bit. And under the mushroom up there that I see doesn't have enough, so I'm just going to fix that real quick. Like that. Okay. And right here, I think it needs a little more. Yes. Oh my gosh, I am loving this so much. I'm having too much fun. Oh, I love it. Oops, too much water. I fail. Maybe it's going to be okay. Hold on. Let me just dry my brush. Don't want to, take the shadow away. There, I think this is going to be okay. There. And the shadow of the house is, touching the shadow of the mushroom, which is normal because the house is much taller. There. Yes. Oh, I am loving this. I don't like the spots here, but they'll. There. Oh, I love it. Okay, so now the finish touch is, I think I should add some gold. And the gold, I think, will be added only on certain specific spots. So, just as a highlight. And if I had a gold, how do you call those? Wait, I'm just wondering which gold to use. Pencil, gel, gold, gel, pen, pencil? No, pen. Gold, pen, gel. I don't know how to say it. Gel pen, but gold. Yes. I would use that because it'd be a lot easier than what I'm about to do. And this also worries me. What if I make a mistake? So I'm going to pretend the light is hitting certain spots, and therefore kissing everything that it's hitting with a tiny bit of gold. I sure hope you can see that, because I'm not going to put it everywhere. I should have taken a much thinner brush, but I got lazy. I don't know, do you see that? Isn't it nice? It's just, where the sun, which is behind the hill, is kissing everything. just a tiny bit. There, tiny bit here. Do you know what I mean? It's just, you might be too far for seeing the gold effect here, but at the same time, I don't want you to be so close that you can't enjoy. Tiny bit here. It's really just a light kiss of gold. Just a tiny kiss of gold. You know? Just a bit. Just a bit. Do you see that? And, you know, it's going to look, going to back up a tiny bit. It's going to look even better once I do it where I feel everywhere it should be kissed like that with the gold. I'm just going to move this. I want to do a few here. My arm is in the way. I apologize. Sometimes I'll switch to my left hand so you can see, but this is not a very precise brush, so I don't really want to risk it. But and I'm not doing everything everywhere. It's really just a few places so that when you move, you can see the gold. Like that leaf should be kissed by the light and the gold. Same thing with this here and this side of the house. And it adds some magic, right? Because this is a like a magical fairy world, you know? So we can do what we want. I think this could have a tiny bit of sun from behind the house. So I'm just gonna give it some. And right here, very little, just a very subtle touch of gold. I'm just trying to grab some more gold here. Okay. Just a bit. So instead of the light, you know, being white, it's just gold. Just a bit. There. Do you see that? Isn't that pretty? Yes, I think this is a good idea. So I think the sun is also still coming through here a tiny bit. And she's gonna have some on her head right here. And on her wing. There. Maybe on the front of her dress, tiny bit. It's really just where the light is sun kissing everything. And it's in gold. Now, I don't know how much of the light could, even if it's behind, it can be behind, but depending on the angle of everything, it can still sun kiss a tiny bit, right? Just a tad. Not a lot, but just a bit of what could almost be, you know, in the light. Just a tiny bit, maybe the top of this. Maybe the top of the roof, tiny bit. You know? Not him. He's really not in the light, but maybe a tiny bit here. Not a lot. Really a tad, because the lower you go, especially since I kind of decided it was coming from here, according to the shadow, this will have less and less, right? So this side doesn't have anything. He doesn't have any. This might have some if it's closer. and definitely this, and maybe a tiny bit on top here of the mushroom. Oh, I think I'm liking this. Oh, I really hope you see the effect. I'm gonna have to move my book around when I'm completely done and satisfied with what I'm doing, because I really want you to see how the subtle little touches of gold are actually making a bigger impact than what it would seem at the beginning. I'm just trying to see where else I could pretend that the light is hitting before I stop. See, when you start with this thing, you don't want to stop. It's so much fun. Oh yeah. It's really hard to stop putting gold everywhere. Wow, this is a lot of fun. Oh, yeah. Wow. I'm having a lot of trouble stopping, I have to say. This actually should be shadow, but I don't think I want to do it. Like take my intense and do a little dark. I think I want to keep going with some gold. Not everywhere, just enough. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely lovely and so much fun. Gonna do it on the side here. Right there on the side of this flower. There. Oh my gosh. Do you see the effect? I think you do. I think you do on the screen. I'm not like 100% sure of how much you actually see, but I think it's just enough. There. I think I have to stop, even if I really love putting gold everywhere. I just can't keep going because it's not supposed to be. If you want to be consistent with the whole idea I'm trying to create, right? So I'm going to show you now. I'm going to back up the camera as much as I can. There, like this. And I'm going to move it around so that you can see. Not sure this is the best angle. Oh yeah, there you go. So you can see, especially here in the background, where the houses are darker, and then you see the gold hitting those there. See? This is absolutely gorgeous, especially with the shadows of the house and the mushrooms and the gold hitting where the light would hit. I think this was a good idea. Very good idea. I'm very surprised by this whole thing that I just created. Okay, so I think I'm going to glue these. They're a little thick, but for some reason, I just really love the effect. So and I love the sayings themselves. I could have chosen much smaller ones, but I don't know. I really like what they're saying. I like the idea to follow your heart. And that's what I did today in this, right? I mean, I wasn't sure where I was going with this, what the effect would be. But you know what? It wasn't perfect, but I like it. And I live in the moment is one thing that I need to always remember. I'm anxious, therefore I think of everything that could possibly go wrong, and I plan for it, which is why my purse weighs about 20 pounds. But I'm trying to let go and live in the moment. I'm just trying to see where I want it. Right here. Right here. Now this is not glued yet. I would have to hold it. There you go. I really think that I did follow my heart. This took longer but it was really totally worth it. I mean, I'm not in a hurry, I'm not going anywhere. So I decided to live in the moment instead of worrying about, oh, this is taking a lot of time. I have to do this, I have to do that. No, nope, 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 nope. I hope you've enjoyed this session. I hope I've inspired you to maybe creating your own background with paints. And like I said, it could be acrylics, it could be gouaches, markers, whatever you have, as long as you prep your page, right, to receive all of these mediums, you should be okay to just put whatever you want for your background. And a lot of fussy cutting. You have to love it, but if you have her books, or if you're somebody that does these types of art journaling page, you are okay with fussy cutting, I would think. So there it is, my friends. I hope I've inspired you. I hope maybe you've learned something, or at least that you've enjoyed spending this, well, for close to an hour and 20 minutes with me, or an hour and a half, I'm not sure yet. And I really thank you for being here, and I hope you've enjoyed this creating session with me. So from here, Nova Scotia, Canada, I give you a great big hug. I do hope you're all happy, healthy, and safe. And I say thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye. Bye bye.